Oh, it's another beautiful day in Cairns, Wednesday. Almost been back, well, not a week, but about 5 days anyway, 5 or 6 days. I've been back in town, and yeah, the weather is great this time of year. Had a little bit of rain, but it hasn't been particularly bad. And the council seem to be really out doing a lot of work at the moment. Must be something to do with their budgets, I presume, but yeah, they're out doing a lot of work, so that's good to see. Redoing footpaths and the like. Yeah. So what I'm doing right now is actually road testing these new leather sandals. I got these at from Spendless online through eBay, and listed at about 65 bucks, but they had a special coupon that reduced the price by about $15, so they're just a little over 50 bucks each. And what the remarkable thing is, I'd only ordered these from South Australia, that's where they're located, on the weekend. I actually think I put the order in on, I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday, it might have been Sunday actually. I put the order in for them, and they actually arrived at my door last night, Tuesday night in Cairns. I mean, that is amazingly quick. I've never had a delivery that fast. I couldn't believe the guy was there actually getting me to sign. So so I'm road testing them now. It's the first outing. They're quite comfortable. They've got a lot of cushioning inside, and size 9 seems to be pretty much a perfect fit for me. The other sandals I bought from the local Spendless in Cairns Central, they were also size 9, but you never know between makes of footwear whether it's going to fit you, but I've never had a real problem with them. This is the second time well, it's actually about the third time I've bought stuff online footwear wise, and it seems to fit fine, so it hasn't been a problem. And it is actually cheaper than buying from the local retail outlet. Same outlet, but in a different state. I have free postage, so I don't have to worry about that. I get a voucher and I get the thing at a discount. So I'm really getting probably like a 20% discount on the shoes to have them delivered to my door. So I mean, it's pretty damn good. So it's no wonder people are actually shopping online these days. I mean, for the convenience and saving you money as well. Pretty good deal. Now, presumably, I'm just hoping these aren't a bunch of crap and fall apart. But my other sandals that I bought, the ones that came from China, and they were about 35, so they were very cheap. And the first pair actually lasted pretty well, but the second pair's already got a problem with the side bits has come loose. Maybe being able to glue it together again. It probably could be easily repaired, especially in Vietnam. And as long as these last me for 6 months or so, I'll be back there anyway, and I can just get the others repaired from one of those street repair guys. And it'll cost me the princely sum of about $2, I'd imagine, if the price is the same. So it's not exactly going to break the bank to get my shoes repaired over there. But yeah, and I'm very happy with these, and I'm almost tempted to buy another pair, because that's a very good price for leather uppers. I'm just hoping the sole will hold out. But yeah, I think it's a pretty safe bet. That is very good value, because you can pay a lot of money for leather sandals if you want. It's like anything in this world, you can pay a lot more than you really need to. But you know, they're feeling pretty comfortable. They're not going to be perfect the first walk, because you've got to mould your own foot into them anyway. But it feels good so far. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I hope my my computer turns up in reasonable time. That's slotted to turn up Friday week, the 26th. So that'll be good, because it's the first gaming computer I've had, and it should be able to handle graphics. It's got a fair bit of grunt, and also 16 gig of RAM, which is quite a bit. So that's not bad. So that's not bad. That's quite a bit of grunt. And of course a different motherboard and a much faster chip. I've got an i7 in this particular desktop computer I'm getting, compared to the i5, so it's a much faster architecture. And then I can take advantage of some of these latest graphics that developers have come up with, because they're quite spectacular. You know, sort of getting close to virtual reality with some of this stuff that they're producing. It's amazing. So it just opens up new possibilities, and I presume it'll make my video editing a bit easier too. Having an extra RAM can't be a bad thing. And I couldn't get the unit I actually wanted online. That was the only unit, this is typical Murphy's Law, that was unavailable for online purchase. Now that may be because they were out of stock and they just held it for to sell in store. I'm only guessing there, but it's probably a more popular unit. It was about $100 cheaper. All up is a little over $1,200, which I don't think is too bad if you're talking about a reasonably high performance desktop. Much better value than I get locally around here, because I went to the computer store here and the stuff they were selling for an equivalent price was very underpowered. So the only danger with buying stuff online is if there's an actual technical problem with it, I'm going to have to return the bloody thing. Although the postage is not prohibitive, it's $42. It's just that you'll be without the computer for ages, and you know, it is always a risk when you buy online. So I think it's not the most expensive thing I bought online. That was actually the Sony video camcorder. That was more expensive, but pretty close to the most expensive thing I bought. I've still got to bloody do a diversion here. I haven't finished the footpath yet. So it's a bit of a pain. I'll get it finished eventually. I don't know what they're doing. They seem to be draining water from around the entrance to the A-Mart retail outlet there. So I think that's what they're up to. I'm not sure. I've got to say, you couldn't ask for a better day weather-wise. You couldn't dial it up better than this. I did discover what the problem is with the pathway. There was actually a burst water main, and that was yesterday, and they're still working on it. And it's probably around 11 o'clock in the morning, so they've been working on the thing for a long time. Must be pretty serious. So that explains that. And yeah, I'll say one thing about Coles. They always seem to have pretty good specials on pork chops. I got a couple that were on special. I won't necessarily eat tonight. I just freeze them. Doesn't worry me. They freeze well. And yeah, that was pretty good. And the salmon, the red salmon's on special. Slightly less actually at Woolworths. It's unusual for both of the supermarkets to have specials on that same item each in the same cycle. It's $7.90 at Woolworths and $8 for a can at Coles. Pretty well lined ball. I'm seeing I'm getting discounts on other stuff at Coles. I thought I might as well buy one there. I might go to Woolies tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. There's no rush because Good Friday everything will be closed. I don't know, it might be open in the afternoon these days. I'm not even sure if that's the case. May well be. But you can see all the work going on down there with the pipes and what have you. Yeah, it's sort of funny how what the eye specialist said to me. He was so shocked that I walked to the hospital. It was only a 25-minute walk, for God's sake. And it makes me think, gee, people must be so sedentary that he's just used to all his clients not walking, which is quite extraordinary. So it's really bad for your health if you don't walk. The health benefits of walking have been proven time and time again, and you don't have to do even vigorous walking, just general walking. If you do it every day, it doesn't even have to be a really long walk. What I'm doing is more than adequate to reduce your chances of getting a disease or increase your longevity. Yeah, major benefits we're talking. Pretty good. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, this is one of the nicest days I've seen up here. It's really clear skies and Not too hot but sunny. It's beautiful. You can see all the work going on with the fixing the pipe. Heavy equipment being used there. So yeah, it's a big job. But you can see the outline of the hills there. Normally that's a little obscured, but today it's actually quite clear. Amazing. Oh, I thought I was going to be in for a nice quiet 4 days without the kids next door at the creche. Instead I've got industrial sounds. Something's happening there. Workmen came in yesterday, Good Friday no less, before 8 AM and started making a racket. I actually recorded some of it on the GoPro so you can actually hear how bad it was. I don't even know if that's legal at that hour, especially on a day like that. And they've been here all today as well. I don't know what they're doing, drainage work or whatever. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a whole crew in there. And not as noisy as it was yesterday, but I still would like to leave my door open and just get some cross breezing, but not with that racket happening. It's nothing worse than sort of building sounds, construction sounds. So it's a bit disappointing. Another beautiful day here though. It's had a bit of rain, but it's nice right now. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.